Hello, how are you today? Today we'll be talking about the automatic seduction vibes, the automatic attraction vibes. Well, these vibes are all over the air. You emit those vibes and they're instantly transmissible to the ex person that tickles your fancy. These vibes penetrate through the air. As a magical element, the air is a magical element. And like a virus, it spreads like an epidemic. Truth be told, there's some amazing concepts that revolve around resurgence of the psyche. That's what they don't want you to know, the resurgence of the psyche and the automatic attraction vibes you exude in the air. And they're instantly transmissible to people like you and me. Yeah, others might do it to you, you might do it to others, and the resurgence is something that goes out of control. This is the resurgence part. Goes out of control. Goes like a mayhem in the abyss of the unknown and causes havoc. Governments and industries throughout the world are intensifying their efforts to extract the Earth's mineral riches and planet-rich living resources. As we speak, this is a message I'd like to convey today. And with the automatic attraction, you can pretty much do nothing. The positive side of the thing is that you remain passive and receive all the compliments, and you don't be have to be a Don Juan. I'm not one. I'm a pretty average, you know, uh, kind of guy. Yes, I think too much, I say too little, and that's a combustible concoction when it comes to spiritualism. So these people, do they accept these vibes? This is nothing to sneeze at when I'm talking about their behavior, how they perceive you. You might say send their own vibes about you, something about you, your aura, your aroma. We never talk about the aroma part. Plays a significant role, very significant role when it comes to spirituality and how you connect with the aroma. You meditate on the aroma, just like Zaza meditates on his list, and people get enamored by you, by your captivating charisma. You emit those vibes that render you magnetic, and it does work. Yes, it does work. I want to put emphasis on the it does work part, because people underestimate the power of hypnosis. Is anybody listening? And then when they do that, all hell break loose. amazing things, amazing things spring to mind when I think about the whole process. You have to be in this process. You will have to help the audience with your visualization. You have to do some visualizing part. Don't be lazy. But it is that the soul doesn't want to hear about the programming. The soul opposes to the programming. Say, I don't want to be programmed. I'm good as heck. I don't want to be delving in a mystic. Yes, but that automatically makes you a mindless and tireless, helpless, magicless tire kicker. And you don't want to be in that division. Let me tell you. If you're a magical star kicker, you don't like to read between the lines. You don't like the diplomacy of things. Maybe that puts a toll on your psychological health when it comes to applying what you learn from these videos. And if you imagine yourself being welcomed, you will be welcome. They will perceive you as you perceive yourself. And that's what takes the cake. End of story. Period. That's it. And the audios are short and sweet. And I want to imprint in you yes. It's about the resurgence of the psyche. When it becomes fulfilled in a sense, you bestow upon you these powers and it's automatic. You go in automatic mode and you like it. Knowing for a fact that they adore you, they worship you deep in their minds. And you have to retain this kind of attitude, acclimatize yourself in this spiritualistic process because it is spiritualistic. And psychic resurgence is very powerful, along with other programs. Of course, I took my own horn, and many people like that horn and become invested, keenly invested in this stupendous technology that's coming from our space. And of course, that gives credit where credit is due, and that is the cosmic master. And here we go again with the automatic attraction vibes you emit in the air. You don't have to do anything. That's the beauty of it. You just have to remain passive. And once you remain passive, cool and calm and collected, centered in yourself, in your true esoteric capacity, not the ego, the true esoteric capacity you have already in you, but remains to be exercised. And sometimes exercised depending on the occasion. They feel that. They feel that it's all over the air. It's instantly transmissible. And they feel that. And that's the power of the recordings. Here comes the recordings into play. They come into play and fine tune your behavioral response in this rather socializing process. And then you realize untold power. And governed by this power, this is how you keep walking. It characterizes you. Definitely so. Definitely. Most definitely, yes. The vibes in the air. You emit those vibes. They go crazy. Simple as that. They go crazy about you. But you have to believe it. If you don't believe it, you're not going to experience the automatic attraction vibes. You're not going to experience them. If it puts a toll on your psychological symbiosis with yourself, how are you going to cope with that? Does it make sense? And of course, it is the tonality inside the programs that puts a definite gate, opens up a gateway straight to the horse's mouth, and that is the cosmic master on top. And of course, I really invested in this process dearly to see how the mind responds according to different hypnotists their vocalities, their, the ups and downs in their uh, own self, how they portray themselves inside the programming, and how it impacts the end user, and that's you, how it impacts you. And it gives something to think of, definitely. Every day, people think about the Cosmic Master and Zaza, and that is a testament that remote influence works in many areas. Of course, there's the remote influence part is a sophisticated remote influencer, and that is, of course, that is psionic charmer. It facilitates between you and them a connection, a deep connection. They feel the connection with you. They feel so infatuated with you because you're not Don Juan, but you emit those vibes. You emit those vibes. These are catchable vibes. And of course, people adhere to your needs and wants because they sense your soul. It's not just a subconscious mind, it's your soul as well. How your soul plays a determining role in the attraction process. Something might tick you off that person, okay? Something ticks you off. Say, I am attracted to this person, but deep inside of me, something says, stop. You're not cut for them. This is the spiritual side. And of course, it is the automatic side, which you glean information straight from the subconscious mind, and you automatically go like a Lego straight to the goal, straight to the goal you have in mind. And that's spectacular because you get what you want and just move around robotically. I like the robot part because it automates things. And since we were talking about automation is a key area when it comes to the spirituality of the thing. You have to have instant spiritual events, something that the universe doesn't like much. And that's why you exist after all, in order to emit those vibes and have them accept them inside the matrix that you create. And once you eulogize yourself in this process, you feel a cathartic effect because it brings you joy. And whatever brings you joy, you have the creational powers to go out and pursue that joy with exceptional zeal and a non-conformity to the simpletons out there because they're out to get you. The simpletons don't want you to keep up with your growth and your spiritual escalation to infinite powers. They don't want that. That's why I recommend sometimes in order to find yourself, you have to lose people around you because they will say it is not possible. There is some ulterior motive underneath the thin layer of logic and says doesn't work. They're perfectly capable individuals. They just seen enough so they can judge. I accept whatever is being said. I accept it because everyone's entitled to their opinion. And since they're entitled to their opinion, they say pretty much whatever the heck they want. Of course, they say some crazy things along the way. For example, can a virtual black hole suck me while I'm on hypnosis? While I'm on the thing? Of course, of course. It's your mind. It can create a black hole. But we're talking about black hole attraction today. The attraction, daring to be attractive, daring so. And if you dare to be attractive, you will open up your eyes to a new reality. And that is the resurgence, the dissidents, the custodians of this miracle. And once you feel them, embrace them, something erupts within you. So you want more of it, and more and more, and never stops. It goes to epic proportions. And of course, I'm all into it. It fulfills me. This deep trance spiritualism fulfills me. That's why I listen to the programming. That's why I accept the programming. That's why I'm feeling honored by the programming, by how it pans out Sunday Beatrix with the directives I've given it. Of course, it takes heaps of faith and effort in order to reach such level of gnosis. Wow, definitely feel so like myself in there. Say, he's not himself, he's just acting. Come on. Where do you think I draw all this power from? People will attest the fact that I am second guessing their mind. In fact, my name could be George Second Guess. Hit him with a slag. Yes, slagging all the way. Feeling the ecstasy, the apotheosis of something extraordinary. And that is the ability to think and envision. Amazing things spring to mind when I think about the whole process. Listening to another hypnotic track of the Karmic Master. Listening and acknowledging the fact that you can do better. You can definitely do better than that. Of course, of course. Oops, here we are again. That was quick. And you enjoy this ritualistic process more than anything. You're all into it, into the programming. And just say, I accept. I accept this kind of power. It will be done instantaneously. If you're half witted, it won't work. But if you're fully conscious that it will happen, it will manifest. Because there's no stopping power in there once it snowballs to epic proportions. And that is something fantastic, the resurgence of the mind. Sometimes I love taking those sweet and little curvaceous uh, things about things that revolve around the automatic attraction vibes. I love saying that because it exists within me. And they can feel whatever I can envision. Simple as that. And of course, the audios train the mind besides entraining it in this process. And since I consider myself a maven of spirituality and that department called hypnosis, I'm just another day at the office for me. and there's nothing's holding me back when it comes to spirituality side of the matter. Guys, this is it. This is it for today. Small, short, and sweet.